everybody. This is Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. We're about to do some sacred pipe ceremony, but I am running a little late. Got a couple minutes to get to the site. So I'm just gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna worry about where my phone is aimed at. Hang in there. I'm kind of curious because the parking lot, my river spot is pretty full, so I'm kind of curious of what I'm gonna find. It's been a really hot day, and even though it's funny because I always feel like I go to the river pretty much every day, no matter what the weather is doing. And then there's people that come down just when it's hot. So it's like, it's not fair. I put in my time. I earned this. So we'll see how many people are down there and make sure I have a spot to do a ceremony. I'm sure I will. But anyway, like I said, I was running late. I wanted to hop on, even though I had a couple minutes of driving time to get here. We are here. All right. Hello. All right, so I'm just getting here. I took a nap. I got up a little bit late. And I hadn't showered yet today, so I wanted to do that before coming down. And I didn't even have time to stop and get myself a blended chai. So I brought the next best thing, orange pop. So I'm just getting here. So come walk with me. And so coming down here, oh, I smell something is blooming. I can smell some kind of flowers. And those trees, those tall trees up there, that's where Grandfather Eagle was. There's a pair of mated nests up there. And he's the one that comes and visits me down here while I'm doing pipe ceremony at the river sometimes. Although at the moment, my friend Thomas, who is a crow, is, and that's where the eagle usually sits. But at this time of the year, my friend Thomas always sits up there on that tree. He's like, the eagle isn't allowed because the birds, the crows are raising their young. Let me switch we go into the woods. Let's see, there's our lovely river. And I will do a proper explanation and introduction once I get here. But I actually like sharing this part. This little walk is so green and healing and magical. I hear people. I hope I have a spot that I can do ceremony. In fact, here's this little, I don't know if you can see, it's like this archway going into this little magical fairy glen. And I noticed the other day there's this big old stone sitting in front. It's like, oh, it's like that's the guardian stone. I haven't yet ventured inside that area, but I will at some point. I'll make sure I have offerings to bring. Oh shoot. I was in such a hurry to get down here. I had a cinnamon bun for Thomas and I forgot it. Oh well, hopefully he'll forgive me. All right. And he might not come down here anyway because of all the people. So. Oh, I know that guy. So this is where we are. Oh, so. All right, we're back. So we're gonna have the background, the background noise of people playing in the river, which is awesome. There's another spot I go to do ceremony a lot during the summer because there's more of a beach and it doesn't get overcrowded. Well, sometimes it does, but it doesn't get too crowded, but there's usually people there swimming and having picnics, and there's kind of this steep hill going down to it, but people still take their big old barbecue down and have barbecues down there. But I like, it's fun sometimes to do ceremony around people, right? Number one, I feel like part of my job as a shaman, as a pipe carrier, is education. That is the basis. Oh, hi, London. Sure. Hi, London. There's your shout out. Welcome. What was I saying? Oh, and so I will just go find a little discreet corner of the beach and set up and do my ceremony. And some people come up and ask me questions. I'm always happy to answer questions. That's really what it's all about, education, right? It's all about, we want to nurture curiosity in people. That's like one of our greatest divine gifts is curiosity. And so I like to nurture, I like to cultivate, I like that word, cultivate curiosity by doing weird things, right? And then people come and ask questions and they learn more about traditions, they learn more about themselves. Last year, when was it? Hi. One of the reasons I come down here too is because there's a lot of people walk their dogs down here, and I get puppy time. But I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hi, pup dog.
Oh,
Hi.
I thought you had an animal. Is that a bag?
Oh, this is a drum bag. Yeah.
Oh.
It's.
I was like, oh, I don't want to cause any problems.
No, it's a mountain lion skin.
Be careful, he is a little bitey.
Okay.
Well, enjoy your day.
Thank you. You
Yeah,
too.
Thank you.
So if you are new here, if you don't know who I am or what I'm doing, this is not this is professional in a way because this is what I do for my living. But it's really like my whole intention on doing these videos. It's kind of a slice of life, kind of a day in the life of. So whatever happens is perfect. And if, so like that, like someone came up with their dog, I had to meet the dog. It's all good. So, all right. Well, anyway, let's start officially. Welcome to another Wednesday night Sacred Pipe Ceremony. If you don't know me, I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And we are down here on the Sea River. Let me give you a glance around. So, in the beautiful little glade, it's a little hot because it's got direct light. And I'm not much of a sun person. I love the sun, but I love watching it from me. But so this is where we are. There's a lot of people behind that bush in the river. It's really hot here today. But here's our river, the Cedar River. And I was talking earlier, this big old tree across the way is the one. Oh, the sun's in my eyes. I can't tell if I'm pointing the phone in the right place, but that's the tree where Grandfather Eagle comes and sits sometimes while I'm doing pipe. And sometimes I don't see him right away, and because I do ceremony and my eyes are closed, and then I hear him singing, talking to me like, hey, I'm here. So, and I'm not sure if Thomas, my crow friend, is going to show up because of all the people down here, which is okay because I left his, I had a cinnamon bun I was eating. I was going to share with him, and then I forgot it and left it on the car seat. So, but he might not come because of all the people. So, anyway, so we're going to do sacred pipe ceremony. And the first thing I'm going to do is drum and call in the spirits. I'm going to create safe and sacred space. And what that means is, you know, when we do ceremony, we need to create basically an energetic container within which to do our work. And it's not so much, a lot of people think it's to protect ourselves from all those evil spirits that want to eat our brains, right? That is not why we do it. It is more of like when we cook a meal and we put all the ingredients into the pot and we cover it up and we put it on the heat. We introduce an artificial environment, this container within which alchemical things can take place that don't take place when those things are just sitting on the counter. And so we call in safe and sacred space. We basically, what we're doing is calling in the elements and the spirits to surround us with a higher vibration of light and love. And that, because of that, we can let go of our own barriers and walls. We can take off our armor. We can open up our hearts. We don't have to be so protective, because that bubble of higher frequency light around us keeps us safe from anything energetic of a lower vibration coming into us. And so we can open up our heart to receive the blessings coming to us from spirit. And so this is how I do this. There's 1,000,001 ways to call sacred space. This just happens to be the one I do. You're welcome to imitate and follow the way I do it and figure out a way of your own, or just do whatever calls to your heart. But this is the way I do it. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Oh. And I don't know about you, but I always noticeably can breathe easier once I set that sacred space. Not that I felt like I was having trouble breathing or anything before that, but it just clears the air. And so I got a lot of curious kids looking around the bush at me. So that's how we do sacred space. That's why we do sacred space. Because then we don't have to be hyper vigilant about what's out there, what's coming at us. Like I said, I didn't have time to go get myself a blended chai like normal, so next best thing is orange pop. So, the sacred pipe, you may have heard it called a peace pipe. The sacred pipe has been smoked since, well, I've never done the math. It's been smoked for 19 generations. And someone else said that was about 2,000 years. So roughly about the same amount of time as Christianity has been around. The Lakota people have been smoking the sacred pipe. And it was brought, at that time, it was a time of hunger and drought, and it was said that the people had lost their connection to Mother Earth, had forgotten all their relations. And so White Buffalo Cattlemen came along with the original pipe that is still in existence. It's being held by Chief Orville Looking Horse. He's the 19th generational keeper of the pipe. And I'm trying to find a place of shade to put my top. And so that still exists. And when I smoke my pipe, I always, like when you see me lighting it, I always rest the bowl on the earth. And in that way, as I light and draw in the air from, my breath, and also through the earth, I am drawing in the medicine of the original sacred pipe. And so White Buffalo Cattleman brought the pipe to the Lakota people as a way to unify them, to remind them of their relations, their relation to the Earth Mother, to each other, and taught them how to smoke it in a sacred manner, gave them a total of 7 ceremonies that all revolve around the pipe. The pipe is the most sacred medicine object to the Lakota people, and everything revolves around the pipe. In fact, as she explained to them, the stem of the pipe is the divine masculine. The bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. And so, if you think about it, this is the stem. It's wood. It's organic. It's temporary. I think this is probably the 5th or 6th stem that I've been through because they wear out, which is just like our physical bodies, right? Our physical selves are temporal. They're temporary. They wear out. But the spirit, drawing that breath through from the mother, the divine feminine, is what keeps us going, right? And so the stem is the divine feminine. So this is the mother. This is the creator. This is the center of the universe that even, the fires of the womb, right? Like we put in the tobacco, we light it. It's like this is that divine spark, and everything revolves around this. This is the center of the universe. And so when we put the pipe together until we take it apart, it's one giant prayer. And like that, it's uniting the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And so it basically, when we put the pipe together, it opens a channel straight to Creator. It's like this is the divine presence in our hands. And so when the pipe goes together, don't be, I always tell people to be aware of what they're thinking and be aware of their thoughts. You don't have to police your thoughts, every single thought, but just to remember, like when that channel is open to Creator, like everything you think, everything you pray, every intention you set goes straight to Creator, no waiting, no lines. And so it's a matter of paying attention to your thoughts and to where your mind is, because whatever you're thinking will be multiplied by the fact that the pipe is together. This is basically church. The people were nomadic at the time, and so they had church with them, and they could bring church with them and be in church at any moment. And so I basically go to church every day. I come down here or to one of a couple other places, and I do pipe ceremony. I put the pipe together, and I'm in church, literally. And so that's kind of the idea of the pipe, and not only, like at the time, it was about unifying the tribe and the bands of the Lakota people. But in these days, it's more about unifying all people, all of humanity, right? We're all part of the same human race. And if you know what the medicine wheel looks like, it's this hoop with either a cross or an X through it, and there's 4 colors, red, white, black, and yellow. There are many symbols there, but one of the things that represents is the 4 races of humans: red, white, yellow, and black. And so each of those peoples, the cultures, the traditions, etc., exist in their own integrity within the sacred hoop. So it's all, it emphasizes the individuality as well as the collectivity of the human race. We're not meant to be homogenized. We still hold on to our uniqueness, but together we form that sacred hoop. That is what the basic purpose of the pipe is. And when you're in, say, a lodge or someplace smoking the pipe with other people, it's like you're breathing out your prayers in smoke form, and others are breathing them in, right? Because air is our most intimate element. As we saw in the pandemic, air is the thing that connects us the most. And so it's like we're breathing each other's prayers, and so that we are helping to support and kind of turbocharge those prayers when we're together. And that's the idea, is that we light the pipe, we light the tobacco, and the smoke carries our prayers to spirit. And so when we smoke the pipe, we don't actually inhale, we just draw it into our mouth, and then we blow it out. We blow it out with our prayers. We have our prayers in mind, and as we blow out that smoke, we are sending our prayers out into the world, and that smoke carries our prayers to Great Spirit. So that's kind of an introduction. And if you want to know more, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do this every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. And I'm constantly talking. I'm constantly learning new things too, right? And so over time you might I can kind of Miyagi you, like wax on, wax off. It's like, oh, I watch this video every week, and all of a sudden I realized that I knew this thing and that thing, and I knew how this worked, and so be glad to have you along for the ride each week. Um, I'll do this. I do this every week, whether there's anyone watching or not. Yeah, like I said, my videos are not. It's not like I'm not concerned about trying to get followers. I like having followers. I want it because that's kind of the purpose. Like I said earlier, education and opening the doors for people's thoughts to know that there are different ways of doing things and introduce different ideas. But rather than being some high production video or whatever, my videos are just kind of a take me as you find me. And I like the authenticity better that way. So just to give you a quick idea of what the ceremony itself is going to look like so you can follow along and not get lost. The first thing I'm going to do is light some sage. I'm going to smudge everything on my little altar in front of me. You can't see it. It's kind of below the camera, but there's my altar. I'm going to smudge everything on my altar. I'm going to smudge myself. I'm going to send some through the internet, through the holographic universe to you as well. And then I'm going to raise my pipe. I'm going to say a prayer asking for permission to smoke it. We always ask permission, and sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes like for a week at a time, sometimes it's like, nope, don't smoke for whatever reason, right? It's like, it's just like when training as a shaman, it's like, it's a partnership, a co-creative partnership. And what it is the relationship between us and our spirit guides or ancestors or angels or however you want to, whoever it is that you work with. And so if they say, no, the timing isn't right, then we honor that and we put it down, we let it rest for a while. Because I've been doing this for going close to like 20 years. And I have such a steadfast faith in my guides that I know something like that, if they say something like that, like don't do that, it's like, okay, I don't even need to know exactly why. But it's like, okay, my guides are saying, no, put it down. I'm going to put it down because every time in the last 20 years I've listened to them, everything has improved. So anyway, so once I get permission, I am like on tangents tonight. I apologize if I'm scattered all over the place. That's just where I am today. But so once I have permission, I will put the pipe together. And then I'm going to take 4 pinches of tobacco and put them in the bowl. And that part I do out loud. So you'll hear the different prayers and offerings I make with the tobacco as I fill the pipe. And then once I have my pipe filled, my guides have given me a song. They taught me a song and asked me to sing it before each ceremony that I perform. So once my pipe is filled, I will sing that song. Then I will light my pipe, and the next part is in silence. But what you'll see is, you'll see me take a big puff of smoke, and then I will aim my pipe at the different directions, like Father Sky, Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then to Great Spirit. And I will blow a breath blessing to each of those. And then after I blow one straight up to Creator, I'll stop for a moment of silent prayer with the stem in my forehead. and bowl to my heart, right? Mind, masculine, heart, feminine. Then I come back, I will relight the pipe. Sorry, I keep looking, I keep thinking I see something on the corner of my eye. I keep looking for my friend Thomas the crow. When I come back, then I will relight the pipe. And the first thing I'll do then is take a great big puff of smoke. I'm gonna blow it straight at my camera. That is a blessing coming to you, and by the magic, through my camera, and by the magic of the internet and the holographic universe coming out whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. And so that is the time when you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions. We just passed the new moon, so right now is the perfect time to set intentions, to manifest, to set that intention of what you want. And in the next couple weeks, as the moon waxes into fullness, so too will this manifestation of yours. It's the perfect time to ask for things, to begin manifesting things. So, and then I will go on and I will continue to smoke. I'll smoke for different intentions of my own, intentions people have asked me to pray for. In fact, I've got a book. I've got a little notebook in my pouch with my tobacco where I write down. People ask me to say prayers for them, so I write them down in my little book, a little pipe ceremony prayer intention book, and that stays with my tobacco, and so it's always on my altar when I'm doing ceremony. So all those prayers and those intentions get reinforced and turbocharged every time I do ceremony. So if you have anything that you would like help praying for, if there's something that just seems so big and overwhelming, let me know, and I will put you in that intention book, and your prayers will be here on my altar, basically forever. So then at some point, when it feels complete, I will raise my pipe again. There's this tuft of grass there that keeps catching the corner of my eye. I keep thinking it's the crow. When the energy feels complete, I will raise my pipe again. I will say another prayer. And lately, one of the things that I do is I speak light language. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of similar to speaking in tongues, if you've heard of that, like in Christian churches and such. But it can sound like, hi, it can sound like gobbledygook. And it's not necessarily even words, it's basically syllables, but the idea is the energy behind those words, those nonsensical syllables, whatever they are. I mean, it is a language, but it's the energy behind it that's the important part. And I find that when I pray in light language, it kind of gets my left brain out of the way, because otherwise I'm trying to figure out what words to say, trying to figure out what would be a good thing to pray for, etc., etc. When I'm doing light language, it just flows. And the energy behind it and the intentions behind it, there's no judgment or second guessing or anything like that. And so when you start hearing me speak in another language, that's what's happening. And then I have a song that I sing, and then I take the pipe apart. So, and then depending on the time, I got here late and we've been talking for a really long time, so I might not do too much talking afterwards, but we'll stick around. We'll chat afterwards too a little bit before closing our circle. This is one of the highlights of my week. So I thank you for joining. Even if you're watching this years from now, your energy is a vital part of what happens here as I'm recording this live. This is not a spectator sport. If you're watching this, you are a vital part of the participation of the ceremony. So, anyway. And I always try to say it early on because I tend to wait till the very end and then people drop off. But my only request for watching this is if you would please share this video. I went from I've been doing these videos since the beginning of the pandemic, but I've been doing them on Facebook, and I just recently started doing them on YouTube as a way to expand, number one, step out of my comfort zone, expand my influence, expand my audience, etc. And you can help me with that by sharing the video. And if you enjoy what happens tonight and you wish to reciprocate in a different way, I also have my Venmo and PayPal links in the description. Like I said, this is my day job. This is what I do for a living. So every little bit helps. And for those who continue to give, I'm just so appreciative. I'm like beyond grateful for everything you give me. So thank you for that. And let's do ceremony, shall we? May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Come on. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Oh. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Twabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwis, and Waboos. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers. All our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors. May all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene. Okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene. Okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene, bayama, okene. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send another voice. Tasha kapapa, amakataheo. Tashamura kapahai. Tahakaho walaramagahai yunahai. Tishuhu patapahai. Takaha hum tuhuhu katahai. Tashaha global huva. Manaha he haka hufa paharakahai. Nanakitihi. Halakahova kataha hamahe. Tuhu tasha tapakapahai. Dandaraguhu tahadamakitahi. Tuhu tukadapaha. Hey, look at the buffalo. Tishukapahai. Tishupakahahi. Uhumadavakahala. Tahe namago. Tiri patahai. Tahe no pakahai. Tahaina paho. Tahapakahai. Ukapaho. Manamahakahai. Taha. Paho kapaha. Tahe. Ihi laihio. Ihi laihio. Ihi laihio. Ihi. Ihi laihio. Ihi laihio. Ihi laihio. Wow. Oofda. How was that for you? I hope that was good. I hope you felt some of that power, that energy, that peace. Like I said, it's about unification, right? The masculine and the feminine within ourselves, the masculine and feminine within the world, the masculine and feminine as in the physical and the spirit. So I hope you feel at least a little more whole, a little more grounded, connected. Yeah, so whew. It always takes me a couple minutes to come fully back. When I'm out here on my own, I will literally be here for hours, smoking my pipe. And sometimes I'll even bring poetry. One of the teachers I've taken shamanic courses with is, oh my gosh, it just flew out of my head. The leopard warrior. And anyway, in one of our classes, he mentioned that rivers really like having poetry read to them. So a lot of times I'll bring my John Keats with me. I'll read poetry out loud to the river. I'll sit here and just listen to the birds, or I might journal. But I'm so grateful for this place, right? This magical, magical place. And the spirits that live here, the fairies, the ancestors, the spirits of the land, the animals, the dogs that come through. Because I don't have a dog of my own, I have a cat. But there's like 4 or 5 dogs I know by name now. Their owners bring them on walks down here by the river. So it's a beautiful thing. Life is beautiful. You know, and remember that is why we are here, right? Beauty, love, unity, joy. We are meant to be joyful, especially in times like these, where that's the one thing that is being threatened, right? There's a reason we stand up um, to injustice and to um, stand up for rights of all people, etc., etc. Because it's about being human. It's about joy. It's about connection, right? And so, especially in these times, make sure, like I always recommend people actually write it on their calendar or like once a day, set aside a half hour, hour a day just to do something for the pure joy of it, just because it's fun, not for any outcome, not for any reason because of what it's going to do, but because of the joy that it brings in your heart. Because we are all connected. So every bit of joy you feel ripples out. Like they say, the tide raises all ships. So every little bit that you find joy, that you find fulfillment, that you find wholeness within yourself, you're actually benefiting the whole entire world. Like I always, my goal every day, my one goal, among others, is that there be just at least a little bit more beauty and love in the world when I go to bed at night than there was when I got up in the morning. So, and that's that song I sang at the beginning, the Walking in Beauty. Everything you do, everything you say ripples outward. And you literally create your world with your words. That's what the original abracadabra, I don't remember what the original actual words were, but it translates to I, I create as I speak. And so that's like spells, right? And all that kind of stuff. It's like when we speak, words actually have power. Um, thoughts have power. Thoughts become things. And so the more we can cultivate that, seeing beauty in the world, even like I know there's a lot of things wrong with the world. I know there's a lot of ugliness. There's a lot of hate in the world. But that's just smoke and mirrors. That's not reality. And when you can look below that darkness, below that shadow to the heart of the matter, right? That's owl medicine. Being able to see in the dark to the heart of the matter, to what is needed, to see the beauty behind everything, to see it's namaste, right? The divine in me sees the divine in you. And you have to, the requirement is that you have to find the divine in you first. And when you have that divinity within you, when you can look at the world through your heart, you can see the divine in every single person around you. Every creature, every plant is divine by nature. um, so find that divinity in yourself. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Take everybody else out of the equation. Like my teacher, Sandra Ingerman, says, it's not what you do, but who you become that changes the world. As the more you use your words, self-talk, your thoughts, the words you use for yourself, the more self-talk you use that is emboldening or encouraging or supportive, the better you are, the better everyone around you are. And you react to the world, you respond to the world differently. Rather than just reacting to it, you're responding from that place of original love, original connection. And that makes literally all the difference in the world. So, so know that you are enough, that you are perfect just the way you are. Just like good old Fred Rogers says. But it's not yours. Let it go. There's nothing that that you have done that, how do I put that? that gets into kind of a weird rabbit hole, but when you're living from your heart, when you can see that divinity in all things, then you act as if everything is divine, and the world reacts differently to you, responds differently to you. And when you live, you can't do harm, because anything that is for your benefit is automatically to the benefit of all beings. Nothing can be to your betterment and at the same time be to the detriment of anyone else. It doesn't work like that. It's a non-zero sum game. And when we all do better, we all do better. So thank you for doing what you do. American Roadrunner, no, I'm not tripping. I'm totally sober. I'm totally aware. I'm totally awake. I'm not tripping. I'm connected. I'm a shaman. I'm your friendly neighborhood shaman. And it's interesting, my path has this is literally the only thing I have ever smoked. And the only thing you smoke in a sacred pipe is tobacco. Well, and connect, there's different herbs, but not, like people think it's like, oh, you get high and stuff. Like, no. Only in the 60s. I have never, like I said, this is all I've ever smoked. I've never done marijuana. I've never done drugs. I haven't been called to do ayahuasca or any of those plant medicines. And I truly believe that the reason is not that I'm against any of those things, but I think the reason is because I'm a teacher and I teach shamanism, and I think the divine plan has been to demonstrate to people that you don't need drugs, etc., to get there. That it's all vibration, and so as a shaman, all I need is my drum. And it's that repetitive sound that entrains the brain waves to a theta level where you can connect to spirit, you can connect to your spirit guides. And I'm not saying anything bad about like plant medicine, because that is a valid and valuable path. So people are called, I've had friends who were called by ayahuasca. They actually hear the plant calling to them and they follow it, but it's just not been my path. And I think that's why, because I think my portion, my teaching, etc., is to emphasize that those things are valuable, but they're not necessary. So that's where that's who I am, that's what I teach. In fact, on that note, if you happen to be local, in a couple of weeks on Saturday, June 14th, I'll be teaching my Introduction to Shamanic Journey class from noon to 3 p.m. in Auburn, Washington. You can look on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, or on my Perching Wolf Studios Facebook page. I have the information up there, the links to sign up. Space is limited. Their space can only hold about 10 people, so I can only take about 9 students. But it's a class, it's basically the class that changed my life. It's the class, that is the reason I am here right now, is because I took that class back 20-ish years ago. I don't even know, but it's a life changer. And not only do I teach you the facts or the specifics of what shamanism is, or what a shaman is, what a shaman does, but I teach you the technique of shamanic journeying with that repetitive drumming which is the technique shamans have used for over 100,000 years to connect to their spirits, to get direct revelation from their guides. And so you will learn that technique. You will meet and interact with one of your own power animal spirit guides. So that itself is worth the price of admission. And like I said, it's all you need, right? Oh, you're a Hopi? American Roadrunner? Awesome. I love, that's so cool. Thank you for being here. So look, you can again check my website or my Facebook page, and also when you're on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, you can learn a little bit more about me. You can see the different shamanic offers that I give, healings and teachings, and readings and healings and teachings. Oh my. I do one-on-one teaching. I do mentorships if you're interested in more of a one-on-one, or I'm starting to get some classes. Oh, thank you, American Roadrunner. You subbed. I'm assuming that means subscribed. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My job as a shaman is to support my community that supports me. It's that beautiful reciprocity, that infinity loop, right? The give and the take. And the more support I get from my community, the more I can focus on my own path, on my own lessons, in order to have a wider more to add to and to support your spiritual path. That's my job, is to support your spiritual path, whatever that path happens to be. So check out my website. If you'd like a reading from me, I do medicine card readings. It's a deck of cards with the totem animals on it, and the animals speak to me. So if you're interested in checking that out, Monday nights I do another live video here on YouTube. Monday mini medicine card readings, where the first 6 people who come on and say yes in the comments get a 1 card reading. And that's a lot of fun. It's just 6 cards, but it usually takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours to do, because I'm very loquacious. So join me that Monday nights at 8 o'clock Pacific, right here, or I hope you will come back next week right here. Again, please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. That helps me get my voice out further. And people are leaving now, so I'm a little distracted. What else? Oh, pay attention to my website. Please share this video. If there's any of you enjoyed it and you think someone else might get something out of it, please share. And if you enjoyed this and wish to reciprocate in a different way, I have my PayPal and my Venmo links in the description under the video. And anything you give is just so appreciated, right? This is my day job. This is how I make my living. And I'm so grateful for the people I'm so grateful that what I have to share has meaning to other people, if that makes sense. And so thank you for joining me. Thank you for adding your energy to this. Even if you're watching this years from now, your energy is still a vital part of what happens here tonight. Is there anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but and this will be on my YouTube channel. And I started doing these videos like at the beginning of the pandemic. So if you ever need a place of serenity, you need sacred space help for you, just check into my channel. Choose a ceremony at random, or if you want a reading, you can choose one of the medicine card reading videos. Choose the number 1 through 6 of the cards and watch that for that card and see what, and I promise Spirit has such an amazing way of weaving in your message, even if that video is years old and it was aimed at somebody else, it will have your exact message in it. So this is just my greatest joy to be able to share my ceremonies, to share myself, what I have learned in my life, etc. So thank you for that. I think that's all. So I'm going to release our sacred space, let our helping spirits and elements return from whence they came. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, and the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Oh. All right, my friends. Thank you again so much for joining me in the sacred circle. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you will come back next week to join me. Take my hat off now that the sun is starting to, the sun went behind the trees. And till I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. All right, bye.